How are you, Al Morgan?
Fine, thank you. And yourself?
As always, or should I depend upon the cliché? It's wonderful having you here.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Al, it wasn't too long ago that you were here, and you and I were both high on a song which now I feel was probably offered to the American public just about 2 months before its time, or before it should have been offered, because it was beautiful music, and the public wasn't ready for beautiful music yet.
I suppose you're right. It was a pretty song, wasn't it?
Yes, it was gorgeous, and unfortunately, the world has become so accustomed to the sound of a claw playing the piano instead of 5 fingers that a pretty song like you had, Al, just didn't stand very much of a chance. But now you're back with another one. Maybe we can bring you some good luck on this one.
I hope so, believe me.
Al, let's talk a little bit about your career as a piano singer first. You're playing not too far away from our Chicago studios right now, aren't you?
That's true. I'm out at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, booked in there for 2 weeks. A place called the Riviera. We're doing wonderful with Val Eddy and as the band. Do you know him by any chance?
No, I don't.
Well, he has quite a reputation around Chicago as being a nice, fine band.
I sometimes wonder why they pay you performing artists to play spots like that, because it's practically a summer resort for you, just like it is for the paying customers, isn't it?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. He might be listening.
Al, I suppose that that is the philosophy, isn't it, of most of your booking, that you try to locate yourself in a geographical area that's consistent with the calendar?
Right. Yes. Sometimes in show business, there's a standard phrase. If they're mad at the office, they say, well, the office books me in Florida in the summer and Canada or Alaska in the winter.
Yeah.
You know, but really we try to gauge our bookings according to the resort weathers. That's where you have good business, too.
That's right. It's consistent with what is good commercial policy. But actually, of course, a place like Florida now, even in summer, is a spot that most artists enjoy playing.
It is now.
The crowds are down there, too, now.
It is now.
Is there a difference in the type of music that's acceptable in the various geographical areas, or is that barrier broken down now?
It's pretty much universal. I mean, national, the type of music.
I think that's good. I think that's healthy.
I do, too.
I was writing a column for the newspaper that I deal with here, the Chicago Sun-Times, just very recently, Al, and I expressed the philosophy that maybe music serves as a better ambassador than a man with a portfolio and the striped trousers, because if we get that affinity, that communication of song, I think we'll have it in philosophy, won't we? World philosophy.
Absolutely.
Al, what about Goin Heart and Don't Rob Another Man's Castle? Both we've featured on this broadcast prior to your appearance here. I apparently have been on the wrong side, though. I sort of like that cornball on the other side.
I'm with you. I like it on the other side, but Goin Heart is the song number one makes sense, which is which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all songs, I think you'll admit, in the past few months have not made sense.
That's right.
And so here's a song that makes sense, but with a beat that kids like to dance to, and it seems to be the side that is taking off.
Yes.
The other side, Don't Rob Another Man's Castle, was written by the same person that wrote Jealous Heart, Jenny Lou Carson.
Oh, is that right?
She wrote Let Me Go Lover, and quite a few...
Well, you should feel attached to that side there just a little bit. Al, you've expressed yourself as the elements that go into the making of a successful phonograph record. Let me put it to you another way. What do you look for in a song to make you think that this is a song that I should record?
I look for a message in a song, in the lyric especially, that I can feel that I can do a creditable job on when I sing it. In other words, this yeah, hey.
All shook up.
I can't, I couldn't do a song that way. It's all right for the person that did it.
Sure, of course.
But I couldn't do it because I'd start laughing in the thing. I go, yeah, hey. Whatever it is. I just can't see me doing it.
Yeah.
But it's all right for the person that does. However, I look for a lyric with a message to it that I can sink my teeth into and rear back and belt.
So, in other words, a strong storyline is the first thing that you look for in a song. All right, now what about the progression of notes? The mechanics of the note progression. Does it make any difference to you where the melody goes, or if it's a good lyric, is that sufficient?
Only as far as the range of the song is concerned. If a song is written within my vocal range, some songs have a wide range, others have a narrow. I have a certain range, and if I pick out a song that I'll be going way down low on or way up high before I get through with, no matter what key I'd put it in, why I try to stay away from...
But actually, as singers go, Al, your range is considerably
I
wider
have a
than I think.
2.5 octave range.
Well, isn't that a lot more than the average pop singer today?
Yeah.
So that really there are very few songs written beyond the scope
That's
of your
true.
ability to perform those songs.
There are some, however.
But lyric is most important. Then
me.
a melody line that you think is strong is secondly important. Is there a third?
I like to pick out getting back to the melody line, I like to pick out a song that after I've heard it once or twice, that I can get away from it and whistle it or hum that melody.
So it must have a retentive type of
That's
memory.
right. That's a haunting melody to
Uh-huh.
it. I think that a song that a person can whistle or hum easily without too much concentration on will be better than one that they'll have to listen and study to learn.
Yes. Well, now, as long as you've told me how to make a hit, is there any reason why I shouldn't go out and make one this afternoon, Al?
Well, be my guest. I'll play piano for you.
All right, let's listen to a hit because this has all the elements. Here's Al Morgan, a new Columbia song, and a fine one called Easy Going Heart.
Easy going hard, better take it slow. A love that's easy come can be easy go. Better take it slow. Take a little time, better make it sure. Avoiding broken hearts is simpler than the cure. Easy going heart. You're gonna spend a lifetime together. After we say I do, there will be fair and stormy weather. Make sure your love is true and don't be in a rush. Careful at the start. It's not hard to break an easy going heart. Easy going heart. You're gonna spend a lifetime together. After we say I do, there will be fair and stormy weather. Make sure your love is true and don't be in a rush. Careful at the start. It's not hard to break an easy going heart. Better take it slow, easy going heart.
Well, there's one thing in that record, Al, that amazes me. Your ability to affect a key change there without a musical modulation by the accompaniment. That's a tough job.
I like that part of the record, too. It seems to give it a lift.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Let
What
it
about
be
the
out.
whistling in there? Is that you?
The whistling, no, is done by Ray Conniff.
Is that right?
As a matter of fact, he did the arranging for the whole session.
There's a real nice simplicity. It makes you think, well, I can whistle that good, and so you start whistling right with it. That's a good
whistles through his
psychological
teeth.
approach, isn't it?
He whistles through his teeth just like anybody, you know,
Yeah.
the average Joe.
Yeah. Al, thank you very much for being here. Good luck on Easy Going Heart. We hope you have another big hit for yourself, and come back just as often as you can.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Our guest today, Al Morgan, recording artist for the Columbia Record Company, and his new hit called Easy Going Heart. This is Howard Miller, who touts a hit every day, Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum. Your family's going to love it. Why don't you try it? Get a couple of packs of Wrigley Spearmint today, Mama. It's oh so good.